You know, when I was working on my first album, they asked me what features did I want. I'm like, man, get me Scarface. After I got that, I was content. That was one of my favorite all time, like growing up, Scarface. That's what I listened to. So when we did that first record on my album, Mac and Brad, we just stayed in touch with each other, and a lot of records started coming from that. All the way to the point where we even talked about me and him doing an album together, Mac and Brad. It ain't come to fruition yet. We both busy in our lives. But hopefully one day we'll get to, even if it's an EP, 6 joints, me and Face just go in there and work on something. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, shout out to Scarface. He definitely in my top 10. But I gotta ask you, right? Like I was telling you earlier, Jay and Pac, they my top two of all time. But out of curiosity, how did Jay feel about Pac? Because you know at one point
Um,
they was beefing. So
I never heard Jay speak no ill about Tupac. If Tupac ever was mentioned, he was mentioned under the lights of one of the best. I never heard Jay say anything bad about Pac. I heard him say like some endearing things. We be in the studio doing certain things. He be like, yeah, cause Pac would have Pac would have probably did this. Nothing ill about Pac, though.
yeah, that's something I always thought about, how Jay felt about Pac. But I remember you making a comment before about how mature Pac and Big lyrics was compared to this generation of rappers.
You can listen if you listen to them right now, that don't sound like, and you comparing it to the generation that's out. Listen to Biggie and listen to Pac. They don't sound like a 21-year-old or 22-year-old rapping. It don't sound like that now. Like when you go back and listen, it was for them to be that young and articulating themselves the way they did. It was just different.
Right, right. Yeah, that's a good point, man. I mean, yeah, when you listen to them, you wouldn't even tell that they died at 24 or 25 or whatever.
But I'm talking about when they was 21 and 22, talking heavy. They died at 24, 25. But early in the game, they was talking crazy. Two teenagers, two teenagers.